In a little over a month, I'm going to be starting The Brothers Karamazov by Fyodor Dostoyevsky. And if you're like me, a Russian text this size can feel a little bit intimidating, so I figured I'd offer you a little bit of a pre-curriculum and my introduction into Russian literature, so that way if you're stepping into bigger works like this, you can feel a little bit more prepared. While We by Zamyatin isn't necessarily inside the same genre as Dostoyevsky and The Brothers Karamazov, I think it offers great insight as an introductory text into Russian literature. And a little Easter egg for you, this was essentially 1984 before 1984 existed. While I don't necessarily have the time to step into bigger works like War and Peace or Anna Karenina, I think The Death of Ivan Illich is going to give me a really good representation of predetermined fate versus existentialism. And now for the man himself. If you're interested in Dostoyevsky whatsoever, my first go-to is always going to be White Nights. While White Nights itself is mostly about unrequited love in the epicenter of a busy city, it does offer a really good foundation into the internal complexities of Dostoyevsky's character work. And while his dialogue work is very user-friendly, what may not seem to be for someone who's stepping inside of his work are these big, bulky paragraphs full of stream of consciousness. And those bulky excerpts are extremely important and happen very frequently within Dostoyevsky's work. You may call me a sick and a wicked man. My last recommendation is Notes from Underground. I'll be dropping a full review on my channel in just a little bit, but just know that this may be one of the most important prerequisites for bigger Dostoyevsky works. And while it's not a hard set requirement, I think if you can tackle this short text, you're going to feel that much better. This copy in particular is the translation from Pavir and Volokonsky, which I really liked. Apparently it provides the most accuracy back to the original language, but it also offers a foreword by Pavir, which I think is really insightful. The first part is about 60 pages long, and it's essentially a giant soliloquy. It delves into themes like idealism, morality, existentialism, the political and economic state of the world, and if you can make it through the first 60 pages, the second half is well rewarding. It's phenomenal. And while it's incredibly exhausting to read, I promise it's witty, it's introspective, and will give you really good insight as you move forward into those bigger texts. And while this pre-curriculum could be a little bit more extensive, I also don't want to overdo it. I want to have the foundational knowledge to walk into The Brothers Karamazov without knowing everything about Dostoyevsky. The unique thing is that everyone has their own journey, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Also, if you enjoy curriculum videos or even literary analysis, make sure to follow along for the journey. I'd love to have you here.